So hello everyone and welcome to my long play of Mega Man X4. I'm Mega and with me as always is Bucket.
Hello.
Oh, what a nostalgia rush. I'm basically let's playing Mega Man X4 to test my capture card and test out my editing capacities. We'll see what's going on with it.
And we're hoping we'll get picked up by a machinima.
Notch! So for first in the Mega Man series, you can play as either X or Zero. Zero is a close quarters, Mega Man is still his long-range Mega Buster.
It's about the Maverick Hunters, General. They are far too eager to please the humans and continue to hunt down the Reploids. Do you believe they pose a significant threat?
Perhaps.
You already know the truth, General. Their sole mission has been to destroy any Reploids who fail to do as the humans order. It's in your best interest to stop them now, before they turn on you. You possess enough power to destroy them!
You are dismissed.
What?
I will not betray the humans. Remove yourself from my sight. My business with you has concluded.
Very well. But you will change your mind soon, I assure you.
So please let me know if I need to add subtitles to the cutscenes, guys. This is going to be our stage select screen. Anytime we gotta choose a stage, we'll be forced into this. Not the Repliforce. You remember those bad guys, Bucket? From all the other Mega Man games, the Repliforce?
Yeah, they were such a nuisance in Mega Man 8.
Ready!
So, here's our basic game. It's a side-scroller.
Isn't this a tutorial?
The introductory... Yes, exactly. The introductory stage isn't as great as Mega Man X's, but it does a fairly decent job of explaining the game to you. And what's fun about this is that you can take the first 5 seconds of my playthrough and label it, this is how you don't play Mega Man X4. Because I did fairly terrible there. So now we're introduced to destructible objects, which we'll encounter maybe once every other stage, and we're also introduced to a mini-boss who will try and terrorize us from the background. He likes to fly around and shove his fists to the ground to punch you. You can either ignore him, or you can shoot him to make him go away, and eventually I got tired of his crap and decided to just shoot at him. You can climb walls like in the other Mega Man games. This will be helpful in some boss fights to avoid attacks. Man, for a concrete wall, that sure takes a lot of damage. The game also introduces us to 2 stage enemies where maybe you attack one form and it breaks off and you have to attack them again. And anytime you do a full charge Mega Buster shot like that, he will say, take this. It gets on your nerves pretty quickly.
So, this game introduced anything new?
It introduced Zero as a playable character. He was playable in X3, but once he died, he was dead and that was it. This time he's more fully fleshed out, given a new arsenal and everything.
Dude, spoilers.
Oh, I know, right? Anything else new? I'm not 100% on that. I don't think so. Oh, I think it introduced the... No, there was ride armors in the other games. Man, you think this place would have exploded by now with how many explosions are going off in the background. And how great is it to have like this floating sky fortress type deal and not have like a backup generator or anything? It's just this one item, and if anybody touches it, boom.
How great is it to have it above a fully populated city?
By the way, it said X is rushing to Sky Lagoon Area 2. He's not rushing, he teleports. He doesn't even have a dog named Rush, and it's not even Sky Lagoon anymore. It's a destroyed city.
Now you're just...
That could have been a bigger lie if it said 0.
Now you're just nitpicking.
Well, look, I'm just trying to look for flaws in the game here. This is where the game decides to introduce a ton of wall climbing shit to try and force you to get used to it. So much wall climbing. It also introduces those 2 little crab-like things that come out of the side of the walls there. And their projectiles are destroyable with the Mega Buster. It's trying to teach you about that. Certain attacks can be destroyed. I guess they introduced robot bees. I have no idea where they came from or how they survived an explosion like this, but we'll go with it. This is another part I do fairly terrible at it. Seriously, if anybody wants to do This Is How You Don't Play Mega Man X4, I'll give you the source video. Now they're going to give you a timed wall climb. If you don't get out, it'll crush you Star Wars style, and you'll die and have to restart. Uh-oh.
Warning.
I like how the warning is hidden behind the life counter. Like they can overlay it on top. This guy is huge. Are we at the final boss already? So he's got a few attacks. He shoots energy out of his mouth like that. He'll try and get close to you and take a swipe. You have to dash under him to avoid it. And then when his health gets about half, like right now, he'll do a multi-shot like that, where you have to kind of dash jump to give yourself enough clearance. So yeah, this guy is huge. He looks like a friggin' tank dragon, but dies like 5 or 6 Mega Busters.
Looks like a Digimon.
Oh my god. You think he's going to tell us about how to use the action button?
The action button performs an action.
I'd like to know where these guys are at that they're driving backwards in a tunnel full of lights.
I'd like to know where they came from. Like, where they got there so quick.
Well, X can teleport at least. This guy kind of does like a ninja type teleport deal. Oh god, they're right-wingers. Charlton Heston's going to be the leader of the Rebel Force.
Oh, that's terrible.
The Colonel's kind of overreacting here. It's like, you just drop your weapon, come in, prove your innocence, and you can have your weapons back. But no, because he refuses to come in with X, all of a sudden they're going to be the bad guys of the game. So that was the introductory stage, right?
Brave soldiers of Repliforce, we have all been wrongfully judged as mavericks by the humans. We cannot suffer this indignity and live in disgrace. We will build our own nation of Reploids. But remember, this is neither about insurrection nor rebellion against our human creators. This is about our liberty and security. We must battle for our own individual rights and our own survival. Together we will build our nation, a sanctuary for all Reploids, our own utopia. Let us forge onward towards a new golden era for the Repliforce.
I too share the general sentiment. Take heed, we have no other choice. Let us fight valiantly, with courage and pride, without fear, for we are the Repliforce. The most powerful army in history!
The General has finally taken action. And now, my Maverick Hunters, what will you do? I'll be watching closely from here on out.
You gotta love old. You have to love voice acting in these early games.
This song's gonna drill into your head, by the way. You'll hear it 24/7. So this is our side character, Double, who I guess is from the Middle Ages because he called X his liege. How can we tell if he is a robot? My liege!
I don't know.
So in typical Capcom fashion, we're gonna have the most stereotypical levels ever. Cyberspace, at least this game came out in '97. Cyberspace was somewhat unique.
What's the guy's? What's the boss's name? Cyberman?
Oh, so no. From left to right, it's Web Spider in the jungle stage, Cyber Peacock in cyberspace, Storm Owl in the Air Force.
What? No man?
Magma Dragoon from the volcano stage. And that was the guy at Sky Lagoon who we were talking to. That's Jet Stingray at the Marine base. That's Split Mushroom at the Bio Laboratory. Slash Beast on the military train. And then what do you think the last level's going to be? Oh, you missed it. And that's Frost Walrus at the snow base.
So no
So
more
we have-
Gutsman or Cutman or...
No, they're all either like vegetable or animal motifs. It's no longer man's. And we'll be going to the volcano stage in the next video.
Oh, so that they ran out of men.
Yeah. And they didn't think they could do women at this point because it's '97 and women didn't have any rights. So
they
like,
didn't,
we can't do
women
women.
didn't have any robot rights.
Yeah, exactly. They were there to make robot babies, and that was it.
Oh,
So what do you think?
it's always fun to watch. Mega Man's always fun to watch.
Yeah, not when I'm behind the wheel, though. We'll see. I do fairly terribly on at least 2 bosses.
Let's see what happens next. Next time.